Hi, welcome to this video. It's gonna be a review for the Ibanez RG8, an 8-string guitar. If you're about to buy this guitar, it's gonna be a very helpful video because I bought this guitar 2 years ago and I have some thoughts on it. Okay, so we're gonna start with the details first. I'm quickly gonna go to their website. I'm gonna link the website in the description below. Description below. I hate saying description below. Where else is the description? Above? On the left? It's always been below. So the specs are, it's a 5-piece maple plus walnut neck, which looks pretty cool from the back. I like it. The shape of it, it's pretty comfortable. I've seen some other shapes where guitar makers like Strandberg guitars, they'll be doing some weird shapes on the back, like ergonomic shapes. It has nothing like that going on. It's a pretty decent, it looks like a D-shaped neck, but not a very deep dent in the middle. So it is pretty comfortable. I have no complaints with the comfort level on the back of the neck and the fretboard. Moving on to the next part, it has jumbo frets, 24 of them, which is nice because some of them only have like 22. It's hard to solo on those guitars. 24 is pretty nice because it makes 2 octaves. Very helpful. The scale length of this guitar is 27 inches. The scale is the length of the string from the bridge to the nut. So that's 27 inches, which is a little bit longer than regular guitars. Regular guitars would be 24 inches, 24 and a half, 25. Multi-scale would have different, but it's 27 inches to accommodate the lower 2 thick strings. Like, it's hard to keep them in tone, so you have to like lengthen it. That's why bass guitars, their bridges are so low. Anyway, let's not go over that. So about the tuning of this guitar, a lot of people tune it in different ways. That's the one thing that I like about these guitars, the extended range guitars, because you can tune them in whatever way that's comfortable to you and make it work for yourself. For example, some people would tune the lower 2 strings with these 2 as an octave. Let me just tune that real quick. So it goes E, A, D, G, B, E. And then some people like to tune the 5th and the 6th string along with the 7th and 8th, make octaves out of them to like accommodate their playing style or the songs that they play. So they do it like E, A, and E, A. Those are octaves. So, now that we got that out of the way, how I like to tune the guitar is the regular way that it's tuned. Like, you know how it goes like 5 frets up and then goes to the next? I like to tune it that way. And if we tune it that way, the strings will be tuned to F sharp and B, and then E, A, D, G, B, E. The reason why I tune it like this is because I'm more of a leads guy than a rhythm guy, and I like playing more around here rather than around there. Basically getting right to the point that if I'm soloing here and I want to go around it, I can just go right there and I don't have to go over here. So it brings all those notes closer over here. So if you have like fast songs like Rings of Saturn or Animals as Leaders, it would make sense to have a guitar like this where all these, well, where so many notes are available in a short area, in a small area. Small as in this way. Not, it is pretty wide. It has a three-way pickup selector, a volume knob, and a tone knob. The factory pickups, they sound pretty decent. I have not yet upgraded them. I didn't feel like the need because they sound very nice. Let's talk about what are the pros and cons of this guitar. According to me, I'm not gonna take any ideas that are already out there, and I'm gonna try to find some topic which I find very relevant. Number one pro would be that it has two extra strings. That just goes without saying. Instead of a 6-string guitar, it has 8 strings. But that doesn't mean that you cannot do any of the 6-string stuff on this, because you still have all the strings available to you right there. Another thing, if you're creative enough, you might want to use this as a bass emulator as well, because the lower 2 strings, they're pretty thick, and if you put thicker strings onto this guitar, which already has a 27-inch scale length, it will probably accommodate those strings. You could just use this to play bass lines and add a little lower end to your songs or to your playing style. And the biggest advantage of this guitar, it's just $399. I think this is the cheapest 8-string guitar out there. It's not bad quality. It's very decent built. It's a little heavy. That's the only problem, that it just has a lot of weight to it. Otherwise, I have no complaints. It's a very well built guitar, and for $400, it's not bad. Oh my god, it's standing on its own. Oh shit. I did, however, did not like the tuners. I had issues with keeping the guitar in tune. So I upgraded the tuners to Hipshot Lock-in tuners, and since then my guitar playing has been so stable. I tune it and then I just like leave it for weeks and it doesn't go out of tune. Basically, if you take care of it, it will be pretty stable. Now let's talk about some disadvantages. If you're just learning guitar, you might find this very helpful. One thing that I noticed immediately when I started playing 8-string guitars, when I came from just playing 6-string guitars, is that when you're playing 6 strings, a lot of people play like this because it's a smaller neck than this, and you can just grab it. So people like to play in this position. However, when you're playing an 8-string guitar, it's hard, first of all, because the neck is wider. It's hard to play it like this. You want to kind of keep your hand over here so that you can reach the lower 2 strings. And to get there, you kind of need like more space. You need to grab it in a different way. So you need to change the way you hold the guitar. So this might make it a little bit uncomfortable for some people. I did not find it that uncomfortable because that was the way I played already. So I didn't have to change much, but a lot of people struggle because of that. So you might want to just put it in the middle of your legs like that. So that you can really get down and reach those lower strings. Another thing I don't like about this guitar is the super stretch shape. I hate this shape. Every guitar looks like this. There's no difference. The companies have been making guitars this way for 50 years and people have been buying the same guitar over and over. No one's getting bored of this shape. Come on. Let's get a little bit creative. Like I see Jackson guitars going a little bit out of their way. Strandberg guitars, amazing. I love that. Abasi Concepts, hooray. But Ibanez is not really doing anything unique, in my opinion. I don't like the super stretch shape. I would rather buy like an ergonomic shape or a flying V or an X style or something that looks unique instead of just this. I never liked this area, the extra space. I hated it. I just wish they made it like a little different. I don't know. But it is what it is. Now, one more thing that I don't like about this is because instead of 6 tuners, it has 8 tuners. And to accommodate those 8 tuners, you need more space. So you need to make the headstock bigger. It's a little bit heavier than a regular headstock. So the balance is all off. Because every time I stand up and I play, it just kind of want to like, dive down over the hair. I always find myself just holding the guitar up with this hand, the same hand that I'm playing with. And it's fine for a song or two, but after a while, my shoulder, my wrist, it all just, you have to like sit down to jam on with this guitar. It's hard to stand up and play. If that's a big concern to you, you might want to look into getting headless guitars where they move all of this shit over here. That's gonna be my next one. But I don't really like the balance. It's very out of balance. Now, I've seen Kiesel guitars, they put some weight in this side of the body to balance it out. But then that just makes the guitar heavier overall. I don't know, man. I would just do something else. I would try to fix it in some other way. Now, I'm not just saying that this guitar is all bad. This is actually a very good guitar. If you're a beginner, this is the perfect guitar for you. I don't think there's anything better that's out there that in this price range gives these many features. It has all the basic things that you might want to use. And about the look of this guitar, it did not look like this when it came from the shop. These are stickers that I put on later. I took all the strings off and then I just sticker bombed the hell out of this guitar. Took me like 2 hours, but I think it's so worth it because it looks unique. I'm all about different, colorful ways of expressing yourself. Your guitar, your instruments, your clothing, I'm all into that. I really like that. This is one cheap way that I've found of changing the regular ass look of the regular ass Super Strat 8-string Ibanez RG8, but other people go pro and then they like just do a whole respray and they take the neck off, and I'm just like, if you're gonna spend that much money on it, why not just add some to your initial investment and just go with something better like Legator guitars or Kiesel guitars. That's my review on this guitar. There are a lot of topics that I could have covered, but those topics were more into 8 strings versus 6 strings. I don't think that really fits in this review video, but if you want to see that, let me know. Other than that, thanks for watching, and I hope you're having a beautiful day. I hope everything works out for you, and I hope you sleep peacefully tonight.